Hello, hello. I'm sorry for starting late. Um, honestly, it's entirely my fault, but I was doing laundry before after work and before the stream started, and I didn't realize that one of the laundry machine that I put in had was faulty. So it was like in there and it ran, and it apparently stopped mid-cycle. So 30 minutes later when I ran downstairs to check on it, it's like, well, you gotta wash it again. So hence the 30 minutes delay, because I'm sorry, laundry, when it's like fresh out of the dryer, you absolutely just have to get on it, right? Like it's not something that, I don't know, that you can just like leave and fold later, because then it gets like all wrinkly and stuff. I don't know. I don't ever iron my clothes. So for me, it's just super important that I fold up my clothes as soon as I dig them out of the dryer. But anyhow, we're here, alas. And I know you guys cannot hear the beautiful music of Steins Gate. So let me just turn that on and flip over to that. Don't tell me that I lost my scene. Okay, I have it. I'm always a little worried that I lose like my setup, because I'm very quick to delete scenes as soon as I think I'm done with them, and sometimes I had inadvertently deleted things that I set up. On purpose. All right, let us load into Interpreter Rendezvous. Let me think before we jump in. Can I remember what happened? Let me grab my little notebook. And I know I didn't take excellent notes last time, but I took some notes. Okay. So I think last time we sort of established that our little microwave is indeed a time machine, right? Because the banana not only turned into a gel banana, but it returned to the stem from which we plucked it from. So I think that's sort of where we were, because I remember we invited Kurisu into to join the lab, and we tested a few things, and I think we got Daru to send us a text message through the time machine, and it did in fact arrive, quote unquote arrive, with a timestamp of a week ago. And so I believe we're just sort of at the point where we're testing for consistency, trying to figure out the conditions in which we can ensure or create time traveling and what that means for us. So let's get started. Let's see where we are. Why does this feel like we've already seen it before? Okay. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. That was exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting exactly in exactly the same position. Okay, you know what? I wonder if we can actually... No, there's no backlog. Okay. So I think this is right after we have talked with Daru about sort of the next steps. And I think he's trying to hack into CERN. Is that where we were? We've got mail. Excellent. Let's go. Oh, Ferris. What does Ferris have for us? Kyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet. Yeah. You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. Nyahahaha. Okay. Original sin level rising to 180%. What? Sometimes I feel like I didn't pay good enough attention. Okay, what is the answer to, what is the response in mundane world? Occupy part of the mundane world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries. As it shall forevermore. You're supposed to be discreet. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hoin Kyoma, run and hide? You risk my ire, cat girl. I don't like that. What is this? I feel like we answered 2000 last time, didn't we? Is the church still devoted to that fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't need decrepit old gods to save them. What are you scheming? I feel like if we answer that, we're not playing along well enough. I feel like Ferris and us have this very interesting dynamic in which we enable each other, right? But let's respond this. I like this one better. Send. Okay. Our outbox was to Ferris. Alright, we're all set. What do we say? Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. Yes, it does. You don't understand. I don't know. I hold food-related grudges. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. He cracked a cold one. Then I throw myself back down onto the sofa and start browsing at channel on my phone. What perfect timing! Tider is currently posting in a thread. Oh boy, here it goes. Reddit? It's like a, I don't know, is it more 4chan or more Reddit like? The Everett Wheeler model is incorrect. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the law of causality? No. Causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent the paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line's percentage difference from standard. Okay. Stock trend, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Traveler. That's how I feel too. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Okay, Okay, Hoinkyo, that's us. What did we say? Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion? Plebeian scum. If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Tedder's point have merit. By the way, Tider, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell me about their current activities? Everett Wheeler model is many worlds interpretation, basically parallel worlds. So this is, I guess multiverse is even a little different, more different than this, huh? You call yourself John Tider, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would at least make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? Okay. No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. So, honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to diverge into a new world line called world line B. On B, I'm afraid to say @channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories of reading and posting on @channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. Oh, so that maybe that's what happened for Okarin when he suddenly I guess appeared in the empty Akihabara. He was the only one whose memory, god dang it, someone's coming back to hunt us, but like carried over. Whereas everyone else's memory was quote unquote rewritten to fit the narrative. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. Alright. I desire to only quench my intellectual thirst. Gosh. Unlike you closed-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I heard what Tider has to say, and then I will make contact with Tider and acquire his time machine for myself. Oh my god. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. That's how I interpret it as well. Who the hell can alter memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? This is like Mad Max Fury Road mood right here. Like, wait, the future is a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mug buggy. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there is definitely some trolling. There's a little bit of panic somewhere. Oh, I like this. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're the branches or something? That's some evil level shit right there. Okay. What did he reply to? Oh shit. Can I read it again? Ah, we accidentally exited out of this. I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. Oh, this is Suzuha. Right? Yeah, Suzuha. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. It's the girl I met yesterday at the Brawn Tube workshop. When our eyes meet, she smiles. Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in a zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. What was this girl's name again? Suzuha. I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. It's Amane Suzuha. Yes, sir. What exactly do you guys do? They... Mostly nothing. Mostly nothing. Sometimes they stumble upon a discovery, right? But for the most part, mostly nothing.
前も言ったはずだ。俺たちの秘密に踏み込めば、貴様も危険に巻き込まれる可能性があると。未来ガジェット研究所って言うんだよね。なぜ知っている？俺は説明した覚えはないぞ。まさか貴様、機関のスパイ
？I raise my guard and spring into praying mantis stands. Oh my gosh. But Suzuha just stares blankly. I lower my guard. Why didn't she just say so?
知られたからにはしょうがない。簡単に説明しておこう。ただし、これは他言無用だ。
Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or are her eyes gleaming?
我ら未来ガジェット研究所は世界を影から操る闇の機関に対抗し、その支配構造を破壊するために活動しているのだ。
Why does he have to end every single one of these lines with like this very like overtly done anime laugh? How does she know?
そうだ。
おお、やっぱそうなの？あいつら、抱きすべき連中だよね。
She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible. I thought I was the only one who used words like that in a normal conversation. Well, that makes two of you, but we are going to do this really quick. Because I don't know. Contemptible. Deserving contempt. Okay. I think I need to fix the bot so that the Nightbot message will come back on screen.
なぜ
Okay.
俺たちが今まさにセルンにハッキング中だと知っている
How did you know we were hacking into CERN?
ハッキング中なの今
Me and my big mouth.
いいからこちらの質問に答えろなぜ俺たちとセルンの関係を知っている
あーそれはいや実は昼間話し声を聞いちゃってさここに立つと窓から聞こえてくるわけ
The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Dado and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Dado's working quietly. You are so gullible! I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Braun Tube workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly, its tires mostly clean, it's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it?
私昨日からここで働き出したんだけど
Suzuha opens the Braun Tube workshop door with a wry smile.
これが予想以上に暇でさ今日だけで 4,5 回は外に出たね客来ないかなーって店の前で索敵しちゃったね
Ah, reconnoiter? I actually, let's see. I don't even know if ITR. That is not helpful. Okay, let's try Google with this one. Make a military observation of a region. Oh, it's like reconnaissance? Gotcha. I guess that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, thank you. To scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? Seems more and more like it. Wait a minute. I follow Suzuha into the store.
その時に2階から君たちの話し声が聞こえちゃったわけよ気になってついネットで調べちゃったセルンの黒い噂についてもバッチリ知ってるよ
Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
とにかく絶対に他言無用だぞ
Or else men in black will raid us.
あ、うんうん、わかったこれでも口は硬いから任せといて
Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Braun Tube workshop. A gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Braun's not here either.
店長はどこへ
たった今君のテレビの修理が終わって出てったよ
He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. Oh, he dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? I don't know about that. He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone.
つうわけで直ったテレビはこれね
Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter.
お代は1000円でいいってさ。
1,000 yen is like nothing. That's $10. Damn manager. I bet he gave it to her just so that he could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out.
毎度あり。じゃあ持ってっていいよ。
まさか一人で持っていけと。
え？違うの？持ってきた時も一人だったんでしょ？
Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task.
手伝ってもいいけど。そっか。もう力仕事も女がやる時代か。
Okay, there is so much hint by this point that she must be a time traveler herself too, so we're already in the age where women do physical labor. She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her. Oh, we got mail. Let's check mail. We've got mail. Alright. Rukako. I baked cookies today. Oh. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I bake some for your lab friends, Master? And it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with samidare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swings today. He is so sweet. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. That is tempting. You sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have anyway? Daru keeps insisting that Shrine Maiden should come in pairs. You mustn't depend on me. Remember, all things come to an end. Every meeting heralds a parting. I can't hide from the organization forever, and the seal on my arm grows weaker by the day. When I'm gone, you'll have to take care of yourself. Dang. I feel like this last message would be most sort of in tune of the character that we are trying to establish. Like in front of Rukako. But at the same time, I wonder what will allow us to learn about him more. Maybe it is the family one. Let's send this. Actually, I wonder, is there other emails that we could respond to that I never sent a response to? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. Applause.
今の男らしいじゃん。私惚れちゃうかも。
騙されるものか。貴様、嘘をついている
え？なんで嘘って思うの？
それはこの俺の能力の一つ、カラーリングジェントルマンが反応したから。
Coloring gentleman. What does that mean? Like you pretend to be one? Oh, this power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die.
能力？
Suzu has eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise.
それって超能力的なもの？
When I nod, she whispers into my ear.
あのさ、君みたいな能力者って他にもあまたにいるわけ？
いるわけがなかろう。この俺がスペシャルなのだ。
You truly are special, Okarin. I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty.
そっか、あまたにはいないのか。びっくりした。でもいるって時点ですごいな。やっぱセルンのせいで退化したのかな。
Yeah, she is most definitely a time traveler. After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding.
でもさ、戦闘になれば相手の嘘を見抜く力なんて意味なくない？やっぱ 1000m 級の長距離狙撃を命中させられるとか、いかに効率よく相手の関節決められるかとかの方が重要だと思うな。
What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? Survival games are so much fun. No, wait, don't tell me.
貴様、さては機関のヒットマンだな。ミス・ゴルゴというコードネームで呼ばれているだろう。誰に雇われた？
いや、誰にも雇われてないし。っていうか、ゴルゴって何？
Gorugo. She's trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me, I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. What did she say?
ちなみにさ、君の能力って他にもあるの？
It was a week ago. I don't
あ
remember.
ったとしても、俺を殺しに来たヒットマンに教えるものか。
君を殺しなんてしないってば。
己の能力を他人に教えるなど自殺行為にも程がある。しかも秘めたる相手に悟られぬよう使ってこそ初めて最大限の効果を得られるのだ。
ケチ。
何とでも言え。
Burning tensions run between us. Our eyes meet, invisible sparks scatter. Boy! Is it Okakoka getting back to us? Oh, his shining finger. Okabe-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know, and please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If we don't get Kraken, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first, Moika. We can never respond to Moika. Like, dang, okay. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from that male demon shining finger. I can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how can she be this lazy on her second day? I left CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it?
なんか渋い顔してるね。死亡通知でも来た？
あ？
例えだってば。
Death notice. Is that what they have in this future world? This future dystopia? Oh my goodness. She was just wondering if I got a death notice. How can she say that with a straight face? And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
嫌な知らせでもあったのかって聞きたかったわけ。
似たようなものだ。
This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her.
IBN5100 というレトロ PC にやたら執着している女がいて
な。Oh, I bet she's here for the IBN 5100 as well. Your large mouth, Okarin. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak.
IBN5100?
知っているのか？
あ、うん。
そうか。IBN5100 の都市伝説は有名だったのか。
Maybe that retro piece is more popular with female otaku than I thought.
そうそう、都市伝説でした。君はどの程度まで知ってんの？
IBN5100 を実際に探し回ってみたが、結局秋葉にはなかったというオチは知っている。
そっか。そりゃそうだよね。
何か知っている口ぶりだな。
いや、知ってるような知ってないようなって感じかな。私は知らないけど、遠い知り合いが知ってて、それをちらっと聞いたことがあるみたいな。
Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face.
何者？
貴様、何者? That's more like a what are you? Suzuha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position.
IBN5100 についてのさ、興味深い情報教えてあげようと思ったのにな。そんな目で見られたら教える気なくなっちゃった。
そもそも俺は IBN5100 になど興味はない。
I'm more concerned with SERN. Ha! I'm more concerned with SERN now. Solving one of Akiba's mystery won't topple the organization's regime, after all.
貴様を信用できる要素が一つもない。その面白い情報が真実であるかどうかもわからない。
うわぁ、そこまで言う？確かに私、挙動不審だけどね。じゃあさ、教えないけどヒントだけあげるよ。そんで、わかりそうでわからないもどかしさに身もだえちゃえ。実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
It must be a time travel machine. A hidden function. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure the John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories.
確か IBN5100 には独自のプログラミング言語がどうたらこうたら。
嘘！なんで知ってんの？なんで
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grinned.
能力名サイズハンク。俺は貴様の心の内を読み取ることができるの。
何それ？反則！
For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power.
すべてはお見通しだ。天音鈴葉。観念するがいい。
とにかく IBN5100 には隠された機能があるの。 AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？
Now I remember, John Titor said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence.
今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moika wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining the finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function.
だから IBN5100 ってすっごくレアな PC なの。
But she's a editor, right? She must have her sources. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pen in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with SERN. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but a vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by SERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflicts you see in this era. There is no war? How is that possible? How does CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and existed under a communist system of government. Except now, the system works flawlessly. Right now, you should ask yourselves how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I'm here. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there's no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. There is definitely some sort of unsettling aspects, I think. Student riots. Oh boy. We said that would make you know better than Titor. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titor, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps conversions will render my efforts meaningless. But if one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, if anyone else would also like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's his email address. Ooh. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru while browsing at channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Titor just aren't making sense. Not even John Titor himself seems to know about the Titor from 10 years ago. We know what happened. It's hard to imagine that everyone on @channel is conspiring against me, but how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decide to email Titor directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on @channel. I guess that's his way of saying bring it on. Okay. In my email, I question the difference between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current John Titor hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. In 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. John Titor travels to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in a manual. In 1998, Titor meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Titor was a soldier who volunteered for his mission. He's an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Titor correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. All right. Let's send it. If he can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Titor is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Titor. So what are your true colors? Mayuri, my favorite girl. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self.
こんな朝早くからどうしたのだ?
2人が2日連続徹夜って聞いたからね。差し入れ買ってきたよ。
Oh, she is the sweetest.
そうか。それはご苦労。
Though to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. It's Daru who's been up 2 nights in a row. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag, and then she takes out
じゃーん、おでん缶。
Oden is so good. The canned Oden is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Oden, beef is where it's at.
マユシーからのプレゼントだよ。1個270円もするんだから大事に食べてね。
最近バナナや唐揚げは食べ飽きていたところだ。今後もこの差し入れで頼む。
さすがにしょっちゅうおごれるほどマユシーのポケットマネーは多くないのです。あとバナナや唐揚げはマユシーが大好きだから今後も続けます。
I consider saying you'll get fat if you only eat frozen foods, but that thread's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, no matter how much she eats.
あとね、他にもあるよ。はい、じゃーん。
Ooh. Next, she produces a small box with a line illustration.
ライネットソーセージ。このね、おまけでウーパのボトルキャップがついてくるんだ。すごく欲しかったから買っちゃった。
She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Something tells me that in a few months' time, this slab will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially.
で、ダルくんはどう？
苦戦中だ。少しぐらい休んでもらった方がいいんだがな。何もぶっ通しで何とかしろとは一言も言ってないんだから。
ダルくんのスーパーハッカー魂がメラメラバーニングしちゃったんだね。
そこハッカーって言わないように。
Daru. An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the air. It hits my head with a nice thunk.
ピリピリしてる。
Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the oden.
でもハッキングって悪いことなんだよね。マユシーはね、二人にそういうことしてほしくないな。
ダルのスーパーハッカーじゃなくてハッカーとしての腕前使わなければ宝の持ち腐れだ。
Incidentally, it looks like the hackers hijacked SERN system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through.
それにこれはセルンの悪事を暴くため世界を陰で支配する巨大な闇との戦いなのだよ。
悪いことは悪いことだよ。
That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it, we're doing a bad thing. But there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject.
マユリよ、さつま揚げをやるから牛すじをくれないか。
Hold on, let me check mail. What have we got here? Ooh, Skyclad 2010. This is Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a new friend here. Yay, don't worry. I won't email you too much, and I might be slow to reply too. I'm kind of new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Oh, that's sweet. That was an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Where were you living before? Ooh, that's a good question. Haven't used cell phones much? Where were you living before? Suspicious.
ふざけるな。俺は牛すじの次にうずら卵が好きなのだ。
マユシンもうずら卵好きだもん。
ちくわで手を打ってくれ。
わかったよ。さつま揚げよりはちくわだもんね。
With that said, I skewered a chikua and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her.
もうすぐなんだよ。SQL のテーブル一覧さえ手に入れればパスワード特定余裕なんだよ。僕をなめんな。
Daru has started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters.
おほ、来た来た来た。いいよいいよ。ほら、観念して俺の前に全部晒しやがれっつーの。すっぱだかにされてる気分はどうだよ。ひゃっ
His eyes are bloodshot, and he started rambling. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, and slams the enter key. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating the sequence until finally...
おお、来た来た。
Jack.
ID とパス一致。ひょっほー。ログイン完了だゴラ。死ねえ、なめんな。Yes, yes, yes.
What enthusiasm.
誰？やったのか？
The smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction. As if he's gone into a latte more. What does that mean?
コンプリート。
本当か？
わあ、すごいね。よくわかんないけど。
After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. To show Daru my appreciation, I toss him an unopened oden can.
仕事の後のおでん缶って最高すぎだろう。
よくやった。やはりお前は世界最高のスーパーハッカー。
ハッカーな。
ハッカーだ。お前が敵でなくてよかった。それで世界滅亡計画の証拠は見つかったか？
いや、まだ見てねっつーの。繋がっただけ。ここまで来ればあとは楽だけどな。
ならば疲れているところ悪いが早速調べてくれ。きっとあるはずなのだ、陰謀の影が。
はいはい、やりますよ。でもその前におでん缶食わせろ。
After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before.
手に入れたパスがセルンの誰のものなのかってのが問題なんだよな。
It was Jack, right?
どういうこと？
セルンのデータベースに入ってデータのテーブル一覧をゲットしたんよ。そっから11111111とか ABCDEFGH みたいな簡単なパスワード使ってる関係者に的を絞って ID 手に入れたわけ。その ID の持ち主がサーバー管理者だったら最高なんだけど、さすがにそこまで運は良くないと思われ。
日本語で OK だよ。
右に同じく。
要するにセルンのサーバー管理者のパスだったならセルンの全身を舐め回すように弛緩しまくりだけど、そうじゃない普通の研究員か何かならおっぱいしか見せてもらえない的な。
ダルク、エッチだね。
エロい例えをするな。つまり見られる情報が限定されてしまうということだろう。
そういうこと。サーバー管理者を特定してパスをゲットするのも時間の問題だけど、それはまた今度にするわ。さすがに眠くてあんま頭が働かん。
It would be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy.
お、どうやら手に入れた ID は加速器部門担当者のものらしいよ。
サーバー管理者じゃないのか。
一発で当てるなんて奇跡でも起きない限り無理だっつうの。セルに何人の関係者がいると思ってるんだぜ。
何
？6000人以上。とりあえずこの加速器部門担当者の、名前はジャックさんのメールのログをちょろっと覗かせてもらおうよ。
And of course, the emails come up in English.
うわわ、まゆしは頭が痛くなってきました。
It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English.
ダリオ、なんと書いてあるのだ。
翻訳しないと。
エキサイト先生にご登場願え。
そんなめんどいことしてらんねえっつの。
Daru boots up a translation software and auto-translates the open page. Poor, unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year.
新年の挨拶みたいっすな。バカンスでスペイン行くとか裏山。
That email's normal, nothing out of the ordinary.
こういうログを漁っていけば、そのうちサーバー管理者も特定できるのだぜ。
他人のメールを勝手に見るのってすごくごめんなさいって気持ちになる。
Mayuri gets depressed and moves away from the computer. Oh, you sweet, sweet girl. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant upa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable, however.
俺はとっくに悪の道に踏み込んだのに、何の良心の呵責も感じないので。責任は全てこの俺が取る。ダリア・マユリに罪をかぶせるつもりはない。
うほ、僕オカリンになら掘られてもいい。
それはお断りだ。というわけでダリア、心を覗き見るのだ。
オカリンって悪いんだ。マユシーは悲しいです。
That's of no concern for me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily.
LHC の実験レポートか。タイムマシンのヒントが得られるかもしれん。開いてみるべきだろう。
これ見たら確実にヤバそうだけどな。
That's what his lips say, but his hands still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols.
これ暗号化されてる。
さすがに簡単にはいかないか。
ま、この程
That
度の
would
暗号
only
の
make
は手でも
sense,
ないかな。
Nice, super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. The real-time sync is deciphering that crappy machine translation.
意訳すると、はい、ポール。
そういう演技は無用だ。
サイですか。今日付の実験データをサーバーにアップしておいた。LHC の調子は良好だ。あくまで LHC はだが。こいつはまるで猫みたいに気まぐれだが、ここ1ヶ月ほどは驚くほど素直だ。ずっとこの調子だといいんだがな。しかし報われない仕事だと思わないか。この子猫、大猫と言うべきか。はははははは。が稼働して9年になるが、この人類史を塗り替える研究は一部の人間の目にしか入らないわけで、もっとも公表されたらされたでいい晒し者になるのがオチだろうがな。
Ooh.
世の中の連中はきっとこう言うだろうさ。今すぐロバート・ゼメキフをセルンに呼んでください。そうすれば1年と経たないうちに作ってもらえるだろうってな。
9年
Daru finishes reading. I rub my temples with my thumbs. Calm down, let's sort things out.
今のメール、翻訳ミスということはないのか。
Did Daru notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does.
翻訳ソフトを信じるならミスはないんじゃね。ところどころへんてこな日本語になってるのは確かだけど。
だとしたら妙なことになる。LHC が稼働を開始したのは去年の春ぐらいだったはずだが、このメールでは9年前から稼働していたと読み取れる。
おかしいな。
The email sent date is this year, 2010, so 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titor posted this on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groan. No way, was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world? And it's related to time travel?
ダル、もっと調べてくれ。タイムマシン研究の痕跡を探すんだ。
マジでか。
I don't know if Daru's questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again.
どのメールにもタイムマシンって単語は出てこないけど、Z プログラムって単語がこの数ヶ月で100箇所以上も使われてる。
Z program.
これ 今 LHC を使ってやってる実験のことじゃね？
その具体的な内容はブラックホールの生成実験か。
どっかに資料は。お、見つけた。
Daru opens a PDF attachment.
ほほう、なんかこれフランスとイギリスとオランダのトップシークレット扱いっぽい。
国家最高機密。
セルンは国家機関じゃないはずなのに、なんでだろう。つうか国家機密ってさすがにまずいんじゃね？
構わん。詳細を調べろ。
いやいや、バレたらただじゃ済まんし。
お前はハッキングで足がつくような無能なのか？
そうならないようにはしてる。
だったら何も問題はない。
そりゃどうも。
Daru makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software.
5月14日、第137次 Z プログラム実験レポート。なお、ミニブラックホール生成ミッションはすでに確立しているため、報告は省く。第一に。
ストップストップ。
All of a sudden, Tyler's prediction became a reality.
やはりセルンは LHC を使ったミニブラックホール生成に成功していたのだ。
公式には実験はまだ成功してないって発表されてるのにな。
This is what Tyler was referring to when he posted, "Don't believe what they
そ
say."
もそも実験の目的は新しい素粒子反応を起こすことであってミニブラックホール生成じゃないし。
Was to create new elementary particle reaction. What? Let me read that again. But the goal of the experiment wasn't even to generate mini black holes. It was to create new elementary particle reactions.
だが実際にはすでにミニブラックホールは生成されている。
みたいだな。
その先には何と書いてある？
実験結果エラー、ヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ、詳細は別紙ゼリーマンズレポートナンバー14を参照。
Jellyman. Doesn't that remind you of the banana?
リフターの調整および各局所場適合地点をオンラインとして確定できない限り実験は停止するべきと提案する。
どういう意味だ？
ヒューマンイズデッドって人が死んだって意味じゃね？
Somebody died? Seriously? I groaned. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. And what if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I'm the insane, mad scientist, Hoen Kyoma. We can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself for being so faint of heart.
ゼリーマンズレポートというのは何だ？
Daru starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue.
ジャックさんのメールには見当たらないな。誰かもっと偉い人かサーバー管理者のパスを手に入れないと。
ではそれは後回しだ。タイムマシンについて探してくれ。
さすがに出てこないんじゃね？
After that, Daru spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines.
加速器技術委員会とか LHC 計画責任者とかって単語が出てきたから、その辺の ID を見当つけて探すかな。そっちからならもっと突っ込んだ情報が手に入るかもしれんわな。
ジャックさんの ID では調べられないのか。
Daru shakes his head.
では今日のところはこれまでか。
ちなみにさ、今見てたのがセルンの一番でかいサーバーなんだけど、実はもう一個妙なデータベースがあったんだよね。
妙というと
バグってた。
バグ？
いや、バグっつうか、一応プログラムのコードらしきものは出てくるんだけど、
The IBN
もう
5100?
意味不すぎてむちゃくちゃっつうか、全くもって解読不能です、本当にありがとうございましたっつうか。
暗号化されている可能性は？
あれは暗号には見えないのだぜ。そもそもプログラムとして成立してないんだよね。ただそんな誰にも見られないようなデータベースがなんで置いてあんのかは気になる。
気になるな。
ちょっと解析してみるわ。
Oh wait, could it have been, this is just a theory, but could it have been that it was, a time traveler that went back when like the IBM 5100 was used, right? And then had left a message somehow or a plan or something like that, and then later on that's hence the server and hence all of this sort of desperate search of IBM 5100. Daru tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database, but after about an hour, the pistons he has for fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration.
わからん。全然わからん。こんなん絶対プログラムじゃねえよ、ボケ。死ねカスがウェッケー。
Oh, great, he snapped.
もうやめた方がいいよ。
Mayuri puts down her sewing tools and turns to Daru with a worried look on her face.
頭もよく回らんし、もう無理。
Oh, he's losing it. This is bad. Daru's breaking down. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit.
ご苦労だったな。もう休め、ダル。
そうするわ。つうかさ、もしこれがバグじゃなくてガチでプログラムだとしても、作ったやつにしかわからんよ。こんなん見たことないし。
A program unlike anything he's seen. At that moment, music bursts from my pocket. Let's check it. You've got mail. John Titor, yes. Are you being honest? If everything you wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about, particularly concerning the IBM 5100's hidden functionality, which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised that you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it is possible I may go there later. There are 3 possible explanations. First, the John Titor who appeared in 2000 is my future self. I go to 2000. In other words, I go to 2000 later and write about the things you have told me. but that would cause a chicken and egg paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up. For the sake of serious discussion, let's set this possibility aside. Third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different world line. That would mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different world line than the one we are on now. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from past to future in order to prevent a paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous world line, unless you too are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? Oh my god, I gulp. A flash runs through my head like an electric shock. There's quite a bit of text, but what causes my eyes are the first several lines.
そうか。今、点が線でつながろうとしているぞ。
何の話？
Mayuri looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind.
ジョン・タイター、セル、タイムマシン。
These things are all connected. And now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance.
だるよ。もしかするとそのプログラムの正体、判明するかもしれんぞ。
え、マジで？どうやって？
I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Tider. A mysterious database inside CERN, a program unlike anything super hacker Daru has ever seen. Its true form is...
俺のひらめきが正しければ、ジョン・タイターが知っている。
はあ？それはないわ。
なんとでも言うがいい。答えはすぐに出る。
We wait for Tider's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me.
来た。
Where did you find that? That's written in a proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. What did I say? And its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body.
やはりな。
やはりって？
だるよ。俺の予想は正しかった。判明したぞ。そのプログラムの正体が。
IBN5100。
That retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it save for a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by the John Tider who appeared in 2000. A while after John Tider posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday. And she was surprised that we knew it, which means that she knows about it.
IBM の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？今や IBM5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
What an incredible coincidence. Or it's not a coincidence, right? A prime example of synchronicity at work. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings. Steingate.
いいな、断じていいなだ。我らにとってこの発見はまさに必然。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択だということだ。
つまりセルンは IBM5100 を使ってこのデータベースを構築したって？互換性のないマシンを使って？なんでそんなわけわからんことを？
ならば聞くが、外部からのクラッキングに対する最高のセキュリティ方法は何だ？
What is the best way to secure a machine against external
そ
Kraken?
りゃスタンドアローンだろ。
Daru quickly catches onto the intent of my question.
IBM5100 でしか解読できないなら、それは疑似的なスタンドアローンってわけか。
It's a close loop.
故にそこに眠るのはセルンにとって最重要の機密だということだ。
つか、オカリンはなんでその隠された機能のこと知ってるん？ソースは？
Because I'm a time traveler.
膨大なインデックスに記述されている。どうでも言っておこう。
Tyler said it himself 10 years ago, but Daru wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth.
パクリ設定オツ。
I ignored Daru's retort.
マユリ、大事な話があるから集まれ。
ここからでも聞こえるよ。
Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off the sofa.
聞こえるとか聞こえないとかの問題ではないのだ。これは我ら未来ガジェット研究所にとって、いや人類の未来にとって運命を左右する会議なのだよ。だからもっとこう秘密めいた感じというか企んでいる感じを出したい。
It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
マユシーは悪巧みには参加しません。
Well, I can't have everything my way.
二人とも聞け。これより未来ガジェット研究所は緊急極秘作戦を発動させる。これは世界を影から操る巨大な闇との戦いの第一歩となるだろう。敵はセルン、世界的な研究機関でありながら邪悪な研究に見られた連中である。
オカリン、声でけえ。徹夜明けにはきついっす。
Crap. I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuha is down below, I'm sure she can hear everything. So I turn it down a notch.
いいか、世界にまたサイエンティストは2人いらん。奴らに先んじられる前に我らが出し抜いてやるのだ。
奴らって？
奴らは奴らだ。
マユシーは全然わかんないよ。
つまりこの秋葉のどこかにあるという幻のレトロ PC IBM5100 を手に入れる。
I make a magnificent declaration, but Daru just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it, is there anything you guys react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. How come you aren't excited?
僕探すのはパス。マジで寝させてよ。それとセルンの中をもっと探りたい件について。
I hear you, Daru.
そうだったな。まあそれができるのはダルだけなのだからそっちは任せる。では IBN5100 の捜索は俺とマユリで。
無理だよ。
Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
コス作りもあるしバイトもあるもん。
So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time. Yes. Yes, Okarin. That's true.
この件は俺が何とかする。そうと決まった以上俺のやり方に口出しは無用だ。分かったな。
また何か悪いことしようとしてる？
いや、口だけじゃね。
I leave my useless comrades behind and strike gallantly out of the lab. I step out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me. Suzuha.
岡部倫太郎。
Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, "Are you an American or something?" But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Braun Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty
な
expensive.
かなかのテクだな。
自転車ってほんと楽しいよね。私自転車乗るのってこの町に来てからが初めてでさ。
初めて自転車に？
バイクはよく乗ってたんだけどね。
Isn't that backwards? Weird girl. She's 100% a time traveler, I guarantee you. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did that all through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're going to go full speed, at least wear a helmet.
今からバイトか？
さ
We've got mail. Alright, let's check mail really quick. Ferris. Song of Prophecy. With the fallen angel, Fes, prophesied his resurrection in her song, Esoteric Choker Nyan. This song is the cat's meow. I found a copy of the album she put out back in her indie days. Mouse, please. Had to pay through the whiskers for it, and faithfully decoded each song of the prophecy regarding Judgment Day. Yeah. Okay. Attachments. That's pretty quiet. Actually, this kind of slaps. That's it? 2 minutes? It starts from the top again. Yeah, it's the same song, right? It is the same song. Okay. The Brown Tube Workshop's shutters are open. Oh! Oh my gosh. I'm being a fool. I'm so sorry. Let us go back. Because I accidentally... What did I do? I was trying to lower sound on my laptop using a keyboard shortcut and I pressed Control by accident. Alright. We were right here. The Brown Tube Workshop shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Ron's mood.
ちょうどよかった。お前に話がある。
これから開店準備しなきゃいけないんだよね。
このオンボロブラウン管屋に何を準備することがある？
ないね、全く。店の前をチャラチャラっと掃き掃除するぐらい。中は掃除しようとすると店長が怒るし、これが完璧な配置なんだよって。
So he's paying her to not clean? Something's wrong with that guy.
ならば話をさせてもらおう。
でもな、眠いしな。
In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her.
あまり俺を怒らせない方がいい。
今すぐじゃないとダメな感じ？
My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all, but I still maintain my stern expression and nod.
じゃあどうぞ。
Okay. Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle. Then she turns to me.
ただし、手短に頼むよ。
IBN5100 はどこにある？
不明。
不明？何？
不明。
Oh.
昨日のお前の口ぶりは知っているように見えた。
知ってるのは私の知り合いだってば。
ならばその知り合いのところへ案内してもらおう。嫌だとは言わせん。拒否すればお前はこの世の地獄を見ること
無理。
Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell.
会いたくても会えないからさ。
Different timeline.
どういう意味だ？まさか想像上の存在か。
死んだから。何年も前に。
すまなかった。
いいのいいの。まあそんなわけで私の持ってる情報そんなに大したことないわけ。むしろ私の方が教えてもらいたいぐらいだよ。
Suzuha pats me on the shoulders. Funny, you think I'm the one who's supposed to be cheering her up. Just then, Mr. Brown opens the door and makes his appearance.
おいバイト、まだ3日目なのに遅刻してんじゃねえ。
ああ店長、ごめん、ちょっと朝から立て込んでてさ。
真面目にやらねえならいつでもクビにするからな。岡部もうちのバイトに手つけようとしてんじゃねえぞ。
浴場しているのはあなたではないのか、ミスター・ブラウン。
もしナイがいる前でそういうこと言ってみろ。マジで殺すからな。父親としての沽券に関わる。そもそも せんくせえガキに浴場なんかするかよ。
何を？店長、今の取り消して。
Suzuha's actually mad now.
なんだよ、怒ったのか。
私はガキじゃない。一人前の戦士だよ。
お前何言ってんだ。
Suzuha's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly.
いい目をしているな、バイト戦士。現代人にはない野獣さ
Part-time warrior.
輝きがある。その目を忘れるな。そうすればお前は必ずやバイト戦士から真の戦士へとクラスチェンジできるだろう。
っていうか、私はもう戦士なんだってば。
セルンとのラグナロックの暁には共に戦おうではないか。それまで精進するがいい。
ラグナロック？
Suzuha looks confused.
何それ？
Oh dear, don't indulge him.
そんなの起きる予定があるの？あるならぜひ参加するけど、聞いたことないな。
当たり前だ。今初めて明かしたんだけど、ラグナロックは俺が起こす。世界を作り変えるためにだ。
おお、岡部倫太郎ってば勇ましいじゃん。どうせ失敗するだろうけど、その心意気は好きだよ。私の仲間も君ぐらい気概があればよかったんだけどな。
Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way, I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hoin Kyoma into this girl.
なんでうちの店の周りには変なやつばっか集まってくんだよ。たく。バイト、いいからさっさと店に入れ。
じゃあね、岡部倫太郎。
She's the only one that addresses us by our full name. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store.
おかり、待って待って。
Oh. The Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha.
やはり一緒に探す気になったか。いいラボメン精神だ。
違うよ。昼ご飯を買ってこようかと思って。
だ
She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. It's lunchtime anytime.
どこで買うつもりだ。
どうしようかな。
Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks.
サンボの牛丼もいいな。
Oh my god, gyudon. Sorry, gyudon is probably my favorite Japanese dish. It's so simple, yet when done well, it's scrumptious. It's unbelievable. This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sambo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and bright lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old school atmosphere. Plus, the clientele's almost exclusively male, but Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Meanwhile, Sambists, regular Sambo customers, are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win." Oh.
だが3部はこの時間だとまだ開店していないぞ。
I tried to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the world. Shit. This is foreshadowing, isn't it? It's foreshadowing if I've ever seen one. I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street, so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky, as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
星に届かないかなって思って。
When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out to the night sky, but lately, she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy.
星なんて見えないだろ。
I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
あのね、お昼でもお星様はそこにあるんだよ。
哲学的なことを言うのは結構だが、道のど真ん中で立ち止まるのは危ないだろうが。
She used such an adorable way of saying stars. She said, "O Hoshi-sama." So it's like two layers of honorifics. And one is like, so adding "o," generally, you could add it to, any inanimate object. Like that's a thing to do. Like sometimes instead of saying sushi, it's ozushi. But when she says "ohoshi-sama," sama is usually used for people, and occasionally used for, when generally used for an inanimate object, it usually is in like, not really in a Shinto way, but in a way that's like, it's greater than you are. So the way that she addressed stars, I thought was just very sweet and very nice and very like the childish wonder, if you would, of it.
そうだね。そうそう。今空を見てて思ったんだけどね。マユシーは今日のお昼はラーメンにします。
Oh. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. I know I said I'd search for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Dad is well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBM 5100, wasn't she? I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in balance. But I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chuodori. It's like Main Street. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. Shining Finger. Will you get back to me already? Moika. It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll send her a reply. I didn't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In the email, I ask her to call and include my phone number. Now I just have to wait for her response. And there it is. That's a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why does she reply by email? You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead. Please, Moika? Wait, she wants it by email? There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number along with any information you have on the IBM 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Radicon is still closed. And, of course, the satellite is still there. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. You've got mail. Oh, I didn't get to... Okay. Wait a second. Can I don't get to look at it. Usually you can like intercept. Oh my gosh. Okay. She looks like she'll snap at me. So to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. Thank you. I don't have anything. How about you, Moika? What is wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be? Oh my gosh.
気にするな。イライラしているのはお前が原因ではない。
八つ当たりか。睨まないでよ。
お前だって以前俺のことを何度も睨んだだろう。
それはあんたが変態行為を。何も言うまい。
Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? You're making fun of me with that. You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one.
そんなに嫌なメールが来たの？
嫌というより常識外れなのだ。
I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again.
それで、クリスティーナ、ここで何をしている？
せめて呼び名ぐらい統一してほしいわけだが、私が何してたって別にいいでしょ。
なんだ？何を拗ねている？
拗ねてない。ただできればあんたとはもう関わり合いになりたくなかっただけ。
何をバカな。お前はすでにラボメンなのだぞ。ラブの利益のために働いてもらわないと困る。
Well, she's only a temporary member. No, it's because she is a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can.
好奇心に負けたあの時の自分を恨むわ。
Kurisu sighs and look up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction.
人工衛星を見に来たのか？
まあね。信じられないと思わない？人工衛星って普通大気圏で燃え尽きるように軌道を計算して落とされるのに、あそこまで完全な形で残ってるなんて。
And that's to say nothing about the huge hole it punched into the building. Are satellites that durable?
そもそもあれはどこの人工衛星だったのだ？
まだ分かってないって。旧ソ連のものかもって噂だけど、ロシアは否定してる。おかげで撤去しようにもできないらしい。
3 days have passed, and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy.
そうか。あれも機関の差し金だったのだ。あの時ラジカンにいたこの俺を抹殺するためのな。
機関？何それ？
機関は機関だ。正式名称は別にあるが、その存在を知る者は全員イフの感情を込めて機関となり呼ぶ。世界を影から操る国家を超越した秘密機関である。政治、経済、宗教、すべてを掌握しているのだ。
Doesn't that sound more and more like CERN?
どう見ても陰謀論です。本当にあり。
Kurisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason.
どうかしたか？
どうもしてない。ほんとなんでもないから。それ以上追求したら叩くわよ。
Crazy girl.
それより例の電話レンジはどうなった？
何をそんなに興奮しているのだ？ちなみに電話レンジでもなく電話レンジ過去仮であって。
いいから答えなさい。どうなったの？
進展はない。実験を繰り返してみたが、今のところあの放電現象および過去へ遡るメールは一度も再現できていない。
そう。
There we go. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry, but I really need information on the IBM 5100, and you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any more short emails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBM 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything, so let's work together, okay? Moika. Looks like she's rethinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults.
ハロー。人と話してるときにメールしないでくれる？
そう言うな。メールマが改心したのだから、それについてきちんと評価してやらねばならない。
なんでそんなに偉そうなんだ。
その言葉そっくりそのまま返してやるぞクリスティーナ。
Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBN 5102. I agree that we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this email. I typed that out and sent it.
メール交換は済んだ？法王院さん。
ほう、俺のマナーを覚えていたか。いかにも我が名は法王院京馬だ。
皮肉で言ったのよ。
どこが皮肉なんだ？お前は俺の正しい名を呼んだ。何も間違いはない。助手としていい心がけだ。
岡部さんって頭おかしいでしょ。
俺は岡部ではない。
あんたと話すのって疲れる。
それで電話レンジカッコ仮の話だったな。お前はあの実験の後、タイムマシンなど嘘だなどと悲痛な叫びを上げていた。過去のトラウマでも思い出したか？
おいこら、勝手に私にトラウマ設定をつけるな。
そう、あれはまだ5歳の頃、クリスティーナはアーカンソー州の草原で雷に
撃たれとらんわ。5歳の頃はまだバリバリ日本在住よ。っていうかなんでアーカンソーなのよ。
のどかな風景を思い浮かべた時、最初に浮かんだ州の名はアーカンソーであり、次に浮かんだのがオレゴンだった。
そこはユタじゃない？相対的に見てユタの方がっぽくない？
では答えよクリスティーナ。なぜあの時嘘だと言った？
別に確信があって言ったわけじゃない。単に信じたくなかっただけってロジックよ。とんでも科学は小説や映画の中だけで十分だわ。
とんでも科学だと？何をバカな。お前もはっきり見たはずだ。メールが過去へと飛んだあの現象を、バナナが瞬間移動したその瞬間を。
見たけど何かの間違いのはず。あるいは私たちが都合のいい解釈をしてるだけ。 ATF で言わなかった？タイムマシンは今の技術では夢物語よ。ましてあんたたちみたいなお遊びサークルが電話と電子レンジをくっつけただけのガラクタでタイムトラベルを起こせるわけがない。
だが実際に起きた。お前は自分自身の目で見たことを否定するのか？現実よりも理論こそが正しいというのか？ならば一生詭弁を弄して言葉遊びをしているがいい。
言葉遊びってどういうこと？
量子論など俺からしてみれば言葉遊びにしか見えないということだ。
ちょっとあんたね、現代物理学を否定する気？何様？
現象に対して素直になれ。起きたことが全てであり、起きていないこと、観測できていないことは全て仮説でしかない。
仮説を積み上げて理論が証明されたとき、それは本物になる。そうやって現代物理学は宇宙すべての真実を理解するの。
だが仮説が間違っている場合もある。かのアインシュタインでさえ間違えたことがあるのだ。
間違いかもしれないからやらないの？だったらあんたは一生あの小汚いビルに引きこもって王様を気取っていなさい。
そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。失敗は成功のもとよ。
なるほど、いい反論だな。
あくまで上から目線なのな。
ところでクリスティーナよ、俺は常々感じていた。物理学者には矛盾がある。
矛盾？
現実に起きていて誰もが知っているが未だ解明されておらず、物理学者も手をつけようとしない現象というものは確かに存在する。それについてはどう思う？
例を挙げてもらわないとわからない。
例えば幽霊。
オカルトかよ。
オカルトだからといって思考停止か？それはお前がたった今言ったことと矛盾するぞ。そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。幽霊を見る人間は確かに存在する。映像としても証拠が存在している。にもかかわらずなぜ他の仮説をこねくり回し続けていられるのだ？
先行が違うわ。
解明されていない現象に先行もクソもあるまい。
そうだけど。
というわけで過去へメールを送る現象をきちんと検証すべきだ。助手も力を貸すがいい。
嫌よ。
Kurisa gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me.
私はとんでも科学には手は出さない。父と同じ失敗は犯さない。
父？
あんたの考えは口だけは立派だけど学会じゃ通用しない。タイムトラベル理論を研究してるなんて言った日には干されるのがオチよ。
なぜそう言い切れる？
私の父がそうだった。
Kurisa grimaces.
物理学者の父はタイムマシンが大好きだった。ウェールズのタイムマシンに魅了されて本気で研究していたわ。でもそれにこだわりすぎたせいで学会からは追放に近い扱いを受けた。そんな父を見てきたから私はタイムトラベル研究には関わりたくないの。
This time her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say?
ごめん。感情的になって。
She apologized first. Christina's calm character saved me.
気にすることはない。今のはお前の資質を試すためあえて怒らせたのだからな。
とにかく電話レンジはタイムマシンなんかじゃない。メールの送受信は人の手で作られたシステムなんだから、そのシステムの範囲内で現象を説明できるはず。
助手の考えは分かった。そこまでタイムマシンを嫌っているとはな。お前の反応はアレルギーに近い。無理にラボ面に誘って迷惑をかけたな。もう二度と来なくていい。
言われなくても来ない。
だがこれだけは伝えておく。クリスティーナよ。
クリスティーナって言うな。
ラボ面ナンバー004は永久欠番としておく。この番号はずっとお前のものだ。
I finish my speech and turn my back to Kurisa. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. I hope I don't bump into anyone. Wait, am I even walking straight?
何かっこつけてんのよ。
My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards.
何をする俺によるささやかな演出後腐れのない別れのシーンを台無しにするとは貴様それでも俺の助手か
だから助手じゃないと言ったろうが。それにこっちにはまだ話があんのよ。
Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned.
この前は聞けなかったけど、私が刺されたってあんた言ってたわよね。それについての説明を要請する。
Ah, yes, the other real-life phenomenon that has yet to be explained.
あれは俺が見た幻だ。
Let's just leave it at that for now.
なんであんたの夢に私が出てくるの？
そんなことは知らん。それと夢ではなく幻だ。
ドクター中鉢がどうとか言ってたけど、それは？
あの日ラジカンでドクター中鉢がタイムマシンの発表会をしていた。
発表会は中止になった。人工衛星が落ちたから。
そういうことになっているようだな。だが俺が見た幻では無事開催された。俺はそれを真由里と一緒に見に行ってお前に声をかけられたのだ。
私はナンパなんてしない。ましてやあんたみたいなバカに声はかけない。
だから幻だったと言っているだろう。いや、あるいは幻なのはこちらの世界なのかもな。だとしたら電話レンジカッコ仮の謎も解決だ。幻ならば物理法則を無視したことも起こりうる。
現実逃避？意外とチキンね。
仮説を提示したのだよ。物理学者お得意のな。
それで私は誰に刺されたの？もしかしてあんた？
I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sends shiver down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時にはすでにお前は血まみれで倒れていた。犯人は見なかった。
わからないな。なんで私が幻でとはいえ殺されなくちゃいけないのよ。恨みでもあるの？
全くない。その時点では俺とお前は一度だけ話したことがある程度のただの通りすがりの他人だった。
Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I had read in the magazine.
とにかく接点などほとんどなかった。故に俺はお前の死体を見た後119番に通報することなくその場を後にしたのだ。
白状者。
何を望んでいる？過去に戻ってお前の死体を丁重に扱えと？そのためには電話レンジカッコ仮を使えるようにしなければな。
もういいわ。今後そんな幻見ないで。他人の夢の中とはいえ自分が殺されてると思ったらいい気分はしない。
保証はできないな。それを実行するためには24時間完璧に俺の脳内を監視しなければなるまい。
本当にあんたってああ言えばこう言うわね。
Kurisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grab Kurisu's slender shoulder from behind.
何よ。
俺の話は終わっていない。
喧嘩売ってるだ
ろ。別れのシーンを台無しにしたお返しだクリスティーナ。己の軽率な行動を恨むのだな。
はいはい、わかりました。で 何よ。
IBN5100 の件だ。
剣だとか言われても知らないわよ。何なの？
いや、知らないのならばいい。さらばだ。もう二度と会うこともないだろう。
I turn my back to Kurisu. This time, I'll make a perfect.
言いかけたままやめないで。気持ち悪いでしょ。
She grasps my arm. Damn it, this is the second time.
IBN5000 何？
IBN5100。1975年発売のレトロ PC だ。今探している。
何に使うつもり？
Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity.
気になるか？
Kurisu quickly averts her eyes, but she doesn't let go of my arm.
気になるのだな。
少しだけよ。
ならば答えよ。IBN5100 はセルンの秘密につながっている。
セルンって、あのセルン？
いかにも。そして我がラボが総力を挙げて調べたところによれば、セルンはタイムトラベルについて研究している痕跡がある。
Come, be astonished.
バカみたい。聞いて損した。
She doesn't believe us. Kurisu gives me a cold stare, then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I'll expose CERN's secrets if it's the last thing I do. Alright. I think we're gonna stop here if I can remember how to get to the Okay, so it is F6 for load. Save. Yeah. All right, let us save over this because we're still in chapter 2. And I think we'll wrap it up for this time. We learned a lot today, right? We figured out that CERN is indeed behind all of this, or we think is indeed behind all of this. We've made a connection for the IBN 5100. It's made to decrypt CERN's, I guess, research results. They're mentioning of Jellyman, so perhaps there were a similar phenomenon in CERN's time machine research, similar to our gel bananas. It's coming together, sort of. I'm pretty certain that Suzuha is not a normal human, like, not from our time, and definitely not an average person. She refers to herself as a warrior, and she also mentioned a lot of things about, like, you know, I've never used this since I got before I came here, right? Like, I've never ridden a bicycle before I got here. So there are hints sort of suggesting that she may not be from this time. John Titor is starting to believe us, so that would be great. We just need to get our hands on a 5100 and then we can go from there. This is really exciting. All right. Let us go back to systems menu. Oh, There's gotta be a way to go to the main menu, but I guess not. All right. Oh, title, F10. There we go. All right. I think that would be our adventure today. Thank you very much for anyone who stopped by, came by, lurked, and I hope you are as excited as I am to continue learning about the story. It finally feels like the plot is unfolding, so that's always super exciting. The next stream will be on Saturday. As always, I do not know what I'm playing, but it might be one of the two horror games that we're playing right now, Darkwood or Detention, or it might be something else. I do not know yet. So, I guess until then, please take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, night, evening, wherever you may be. I'll see you next time.